So today I am doing Gel X nails. So I already went ahead and picked out all the right sizes for my nails. Now I'm just going to help shape them, and I like to file the edges just to make sure that they all fit properly. And then I just like to double check and make sure that it's fitting right. I also like to file this little bit on the tip of the nails. I'm not sure what that's from, but I just like to file that off before I apply them, but you can also file it once they're on. I'm just going to go ahead and shape the rest. Then I like to take these buffing blocks and just buff the shine out of my nails. You don't want to go too hard because you can actually buff off some of the layers of your nails. You just want to get rid of the shine. This is going to help the nail stick and stay on your nails. And then when you're done, just make sure to wipe off all the dust. Next, you're gonna use a dehydrator on your nails. You could also use an alcohol prep pad. Either one works. And I just like to do one hand at a time. I think it's a lot easier than trying to go back and forth, especially with all the sticky layers. Once that's dry, I also use a primer, and you want to put it on your nail as well as etch out the nail tip. You can also do this with a nail drill, but I think it's a lot easier to just use it with the primer, and you'll know that it's working because the little number that will be on the nail you won't see anymore. I like to clean up on my cuticles after applying the primer because you want to make sure that there isn't any on your skin. Anywhere that there's primer, the gel is going to stick to, so you really want to make sure that's not on your skin. And you can just use acetone and a little cleanup brush. Next, I'm using this gel nail glue, and this will need to be cured before you move on to the next step. So I'm just doing a thin layer, again avoiding to touch my skin, and then you cure that for 60 seconds. So now the primer is dry on the nail tip, you're going to take some of that same nail glue and you're just gonna put it a thin layer around where your real nail will lie. And then you're gonna kind of scrape off a little bit right in the center because you want it to fill up the apex of the nail. And then you go in at an angle and firmly press it down. You want to make sure that there aren't any bubbles or anything. And then I have this gooseneck lamp to flash cure, and it makes it so much easier. And that you only have to do for 20 or 30 seconds. Then I like to really make sure that my nails feel flat so that when the nails grow out you don't feel a harsh edge. And I like to use acetone and kind of melt the gel into my cuticle area so that it's just very flat, and when it grows out it looks really natural still. I'm going to go ahead and do that to all the other nails. So you're only flash curing for about 20 to 30 seconds, and then once my whole hand is done, I like to fully cure it under a big lamp, which is what you need to do. I just find it easier to do it all at once at the end. And if you're applying it and some of the gel comes out on the edges, make sure you clean it up before curing because it is going to burn and you can give yourself a gel allergy if you don't clean it up and you keep curing it. So I'm just going ahead and putting the primer on to etch onto the nail for all of them just so it can be done and kind of save myself a step. And I do think I could have applied the first layer of the gel glue on my nails cured and then went ahead with each nail. I was just worried about getting anything fuzzy sticking to my nails. And I'm using the Apres Gel X system, and I think these are the round medium length. They're either the round or almond shape. So now I'm just going to go ahead and kind of do that method of melting the gel around my cuticle, just so when it grows out it looks really nice. Next, you want to buff the nails. You want to get rid of all the shine again because we're going to be putting gel on some of them. You want it to be able to stick to the nails. And again, just make sure you wipe off all the dust. So now to the fun part, the nail design. For most of these nails, I'm actually using lacquer, which needs to air dry. I already have so many nail polishes that I don't really want to buy the same shades in gel. So I'm just gonna go ahead and paint my nails with these colors first before I do the gel nails because these ones need time to dry. And everything is listed in the description. Now I'm just using like a nude pink shade for the base of the French tip nails, and this one is a gel. So for these you want to cure every single layer. And again, just cleaning up, especially with these nude shades, it might look like you don't have any gel on you, but I always like to clean up just to be sure. And then I'm going in with a second coat. I'm also going to go in with a second coat of the liqueur polishes just to really build the vibrancy of these shades. And I always use a cleanup brush. I just feel like it makes it look much nicer in the end. Next up, I'm going to do a French tip. So I'm using this milky white gel color, and I'm just using this long nail art brush to kind of create a T shape, and it just really helps with defining the shape of the French tip. And then going in with a second coat. Probably would have saved me some time if I did both fingers at once. I just was a little scared of it running or accidentally touching it, but in the future I'll probably do them all at once and then cure. And then I'm using a no wipe top coat. I think this is the Geelish brand. And I really like this because after it's cured, it doesn't have that sticky layer afterwards, so your nails are completely dry. And again, just cleaning up, especially if you can't see that top coat, you just want to make sure it's not touching your skin. Now I'm using that green from before, and I'm kind of creating these like slime drips going down the nail. I'm not very good at this, but it kind of just takes time to create the shape that you want. And then I just did wait about 10 to 15 minutes before doing a second coat. I'm also using a regular polish for this, but I'm just taking a opaque black shade and creating these stripes on the French tip. And I feel like this came out so cute. For the regular nails, I'm just using a top coat. So if you want to wait 24 hours, you can add a gel top coat on these to really make them last. And here is the final look. I love how this came out. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'll see you guys next time.